been in fine form. There's Tyler J. Vlanic, tasked with patrolling this left flank for Western United, who get us underway through Hannah Keane, attacking the goal to our left in the first half. And they'll be keen to get themselves off on the front foot. And Keane will chase with McComiskey, who also netted in that win over Canberra against her former club. No Holly Caspers today, of course. Her 5 goals and 7 assists this season will be missed. There's a first touch for Melissa Taranto. Launched forward by Papadopoulos. Postolakis can just flick it up the line. That ball stayed in, and it's a chance for Morris. Away from Prakash. Price finds Postolakis. Western were runners-up in their maiden season in the competition, in both league and grand final, of course. They missed out on top spot by 1 point. They'll hope that history doesn't repeat itself. Morris to swing it into the penalty area, first real tester for the Western United defence, and they've given away a corner. And Olivia Price will take it. All the runners from the Wanderers will be coming from deep. Bit of a zonal mark for Western United on the edge of the penalty area, and then a man for man, or player for player rather, at the top end of the box. As Price swings it to that near post. Touched away, and Western United can get on the break for the first time. Strong running from Papadopoulos. Wasn't then able to link up with Catherine Zimmerman, who's been called into the team for the first time this season. She's only played 67 minutes of football, Catherine Zimmerman, in the league before today. Lovely touch by Taranto. Savitsky loses possession. See some of the players slipping. They were heavily watering this field before kickoff, right up until the players were coming out and getting ready to line up. There were sprinklers all over the surface. It will be slick on top and perhaps a little slippery. Price has helped forward. Morris couldn't get there. And that's our ball. Easy call against Tyler J. Vlanic. Results elsewhere have seen Newcastle Jets beat Melbourne Victory by 3 goals to 2. Melbourne City have beaten Central Coast Mariners by 3-0, which has put them top of the pile on 38 points. As we stand, this point will put the Wanderers into the 6th, should it stay this way. Of course, an awful long way to go. Price to slide it through almost for Morris. Really good interception by Cern. Buchanan goes wide. Harding does deliver a lot of crosses, Sophie Harding. Decent crowd here at Wanderers Park. There's a chase for Buchanan. Got in behind. Morris in the middle. Couldn't find the right pass. Danica Mattelson made a great run down on the right flank to get herself in. Prakash for Papadopoulos. And the first touch for Alyssa Dallestay in open play. Ma, before today, completed 1,111 passes this season. Most of anyone in the Western United setup. Zimmerman to play it forward. Once again, Price in midfield for Cesari. Another side able to get flowing in the early stages. Prakash looking to change that, trying to find Keane. Picked up by Matos. Morris has been as involved as anyone in the first 5 minutes. Cesari. The Wanderers in their away strip, playing at home today. Sham Karmis, 9 games before this afternoon, a 10th appearance of the season. Apostolakis. Mark. Vlanic infield. Helped on his way by Zimmerman. Western United building nicely. Opportunity perhaps to swing it into the penalty area, dropping towards goal, and Karmis was comfortable underneath it. As you would expect from an experienced goalkeeper. Interestingly, she's won 85.7% of duels this season. And there's your replay of her clutching that quite comfortably. Skied by Sen. Western United have suffered back-to-back defeats in a single season for the first time since March 2023. They've lost their last 2 games by a score of 1-3. Then 6 straight games prior to that run, and the 3rd straight loss would equal their longest losing streak in the competition. They won't be thinking that way, though, as they seek the points to take them back to the top of the pile. Papadopoulos' little exchange of passes with Savitsky. Keane, happy to go wide and help out if she can. Prakash advancing forward, was ricocheting around. It's Avani Prakash under the challenge, wants a penalty, and it's gone the other way. Well, major decision early on. Avani Prakash thought she was caught, and the decision has gone the other way. Let's check out the replay here. The midfielder bundling her way in, or maybe she chipped up herself. Was there contact? Wanderers were concerned for a brief moment. Casey Rebelt not having a bar of it. Prakash has it back. Keane looking for the bump pass. Prakash for Vlanic. Worked it nicely. Western United growing into it. Taranto. Ma, who's taken up this left-sided position. Astute pass for Keane as well. To swing it into the penalty area, and well, it went between both defenders and attackers. Medwin to cut back and try and get it into the penalty area. Savitsky finds Taranto. Good pressure this from those in green and black. Grace Marr with the delivery, too close to Karmis. A little snapshot of Western United. I've scored 38 goals this season. Not quite the most in the top 6. Melbourne Victory with 40 now. It's over the head of Matos. It's been overcast in Sydney for most of the day today. That might help the players. Zimmerman in behind, held up by Apostolakis. Mark. Sen. Here's Papadopoulos. Doesn't mind the advance forward, but loses out, and it might allow Sophie Harding to stretch her legs for the first time this afternoon. Stopped in her tracks, though, by Taranto. Appreciated by the bench. Savitsky. Cern to launch it. The ricochet falls kindly for Vlanic, who can send it in towards Hannah Keane. The bounce is important. Really brave goalkeeping from Karmis, who got there first. Wore the challenge from Keane as well. But that's what the Western Sydney faithful want from their number 1. Well, in this case, the number 20. Great goalkeeping, had to put her body on the line, knew she was going to cop one from Keane, and was happy to do so to clear the danger. Hannah Keane, 9 goals and 4 assists this season. They want the Western United striker in top form if they're to find their way past this stubborn Wanderers defence. Wanderers win would put them up on the coattails of the top 4. Following Central Coast Mariners' loss this afternoon, they'll be a point behind, should they get the maximum return today. Papadopoulos. Cern and Mar, both comfortable in possession. Vlanic. Come off for Pastelakis. Keane can help it wide. Mar. Initial cross is blocked, but gets a second bite at the cherry and wants a free kick and will get it. Matos with the foul. She's played every minute of the season so far. Danica Matos for the Wanderers. Got some defensive work to do here. Grace Mar, fair to say she felt the challenge and made sure the referee saw it. What can they do with this Western United? Good position to swing a ball in. Vlanic and Zimmerman, the committee, over it. Tyler J. Vlanic appears to be likely with the left foot, although Zimmerman's angle would swing it in towards goal. We will see. Plenty to aim for in the penalty area. Vlanic to swing it towards that near post area. Touch goalwards. Prakash is going to pick up the pieces. Second bite of the cherry for Vlanic, but the flag is up for offside. Vani Prakash penalised. Still awaiting the first real opening of notes here in the first 12 minutes. At this stage of the season, every point is important. Well won by Sawicki. And here's Hannah Keane. It's open up for Keane, straight at Karmis. Comes loose for Prakash. The chance may have gone. Best opening so far, and Hannah Keane in on goal. Well, you'd have put your house on it. But Karmis stood strong, and Keane couldn't finish. Great chance for Western United to break the deadlock. Goes begging. Papadopoulos. Medwin. Savitsky's made the run ahead and taken the space. Zimmerman tried to help it on its way. Wanderers just struggling to clear at the moment. Vicky Bruce got a touch on it. Harrison was in there as well. Taranto to turn. Medwin with his space out wide. To run at McComasky. Backpedaling. Western United just starting to take a grip here. Taranto. Savitsky finds Mar to lift it in towards Keane, who glances it on. Couldn't hit the target. She's convinced it was a corner. Hannah Keane, always a handful. And perhaps could have scored. Zimmerman played her in. When she got into this position, you felt for sure she'd find the target, but Karmis, well, did what she's there for. Spread herself well to deny the number 9 and preserve parity for the time being at least. Perhaps the Wanderers can launch something with Matos. Overhit and easy for Delastay. And here's 6th start of the season, the goalkeeper. Well, Kat Smith will be happy with the way her team started this. Well, dictating it. Cesari, Taranto for Western United. Good win back by Price. And it's made its way forward and has almost got Morris in behind. Vlanic wants to go long and invite Zimmerman to chase. Harrison's back there, must be careful, does really well. Amy Harrison, calm and collected, as you would expect. Apostolakis. Morris. Nice open field to it. Savitsky. Keane, plenty of space to turn. Stride towards goal, looking for the options of Savitsky. Komorski picked it off there. Finds Matos. Well, both sides seem committed to this in terms of attack. Look at the space here for Zimmerman. Chance to drive a left-footed effort at goal. Must have nicked off the heel of Amy Harrison. It'll be a corner kick for Western United, who are knocking on the door here at Wanderers Football Park. Hannah Keane's gone the closest. She's been directly involved in 8 goals in the last 7 A-League matches, 7 goals and an assist. Might have made it 8 goals and an assist. Vlanic to take. Will be the in-swinger. Crowd of players inside the penalty area. Zimmerman, Marr and Medwin at the top of the box. Keane in front of the goalkeeper. Vlanic to swing it in towards the danger area. Karmis couldn't get hold of it. It's loose in the area. They can't get rid of it. Scramble goalwards and Keane's turned it home. And Western United lead. A vital goal. Hannah Keane, the scrappiest perhaps of the season, but they all count. And it's Western United who strike first. A vital moment, perhaps in the season. Keane might have scored earlier. She has now. Zimmerman got a touch past the keeper. It was a ricochet all over the place. And there was Hannah Keane to stick out the left boot, as all good strikers do, and prods it home. Double figures for the campaign. And Western United, as it stands, are going top of the pile. The goal, perhaps, that their early performance had deserved. Medwin looking for a second. Wasn't much that the Wanderers could do. It's a bit unlucky the way it ricocheted around the penalty area, but Hannah Keane, the ace predator, was in the right place at the right time. Prakash wins it for Keane, almost got it back. Pastelakis managed to get rid of it. Western Sydney on the back foot. Grace Smart. Prakash keen to get forward. It's a rare start for Vani Prakash, the young Matilda's midfielder. Only a second of the season. Her other 10 appearances have been from the bench. Playing her part to the full at the moment, though. Vlanic. Harrison calm again. Price is past. All the heat was taken off it by Taranto. Cern's been robbed by Price. Now it's a chance for the Wanderers. Couldn't quite find Harding. Well read by Papadopoulos. And in turn wants to get Vlanic going on the front foot again. Prakash. Harding runs back to win it. That's a great, so Matos rather runs back to win it. Great play from her. Looking for Harding up front. She got there first, Sophie Harding, but the angle's very acute. Matos. There's Vlanic. Well, there's your possession stat. 55% for Western United, as you would expect. Bossing it in terms of the ball at the moment. And that's why they're 1 up on the scoreboard. The win would put them on to 38 points. Wanderers with 78% passing accuracy so far. So United, rather, I should say. Wanderers only 67%. And that tells the story. They can't keep hold of it when they get it. Apostolakis. So Western United win today will put them on 38 points. Be their 12th win, which would put them ahead of Melbourne City, ahead of City FC's game tomorrow. City win will put them a point ahead of the chasing duo. Should they win tomorrow against Adelaide, they would, of course, could win the title on Wednesday down in the nation's capital. Apostolakis. Right about now, the Wanderers have dropped out of the top 6 on goals scored. The Wanderers have 27 goals to the Jets 35, both on -1 at the moment, both on 9 wins. Western United, well, good news for their fans, they haven't lost when they've been 1-0 up this season. They'll be hoping that stays this way. Western City Wanderers, well, they go to Wellington next week. The Jerry Collins Stadium at 2 o'clock. Western United have a free kick here. They finish their season against the Central Coast Mariners at Industry Group Stadium, 7 o'clock next week, the 28th of March, on Thursday night. Won't be looking ahead to that just yet as Price goes through the back of Keane and they get themselves his free kick, an opportunity to load the box again. Perhaps to put the pressure on Karmis again, who may feel she ought to have done better with the corner that led to the goal. Vlanic again with the delivery. Difficult one to defend if she can drop this in that little corridor of uncertainty behind the defensive line. Timing the run important for Western United. Vlanic still lifted in, helped on its way. Prakash was there too. Zimmerman won the initial header, but Karmis was calmly under that one. Clean sheet last week against Perth was the Wanderers' first in 9 matches. The last match without conceding, having been a 1-0 win over Melbourne victory back on the 14th of January. Well, they've conceded again today, and they're very much second best at the moment. Medwin. Savitsky. Papadopoulos to swing it into the penalty area, and it might find its way here to Vlanic, who turns it back in. Opportunity for 2. What a save, Karmis. Keane must have thought she was doubling the lead. Sham Karmis with an outstanding save. Not sure where she wore it. It might have been in the face. We'll see on the replay. But either way, the goalkeeper with a stunning piece of goalkeeping action. Vlanic pulled it back in. Keane felt it. It did come off the face of Sham Karmis. It doesn't matter how you keep it out as long as you do. And Hannah Keane will be wondering how she's not got at least 2 today. Perhaps could have had a hat-trick already. Karmis with 2 superb saves. Might not have known a lot about that one, but you have to put your body in the way. Seems to be okay as well, Karmis. How important might that be in the scheme of things? They scored off the last corner, though. Vlanic to deliver, possibly into much the same area. Again, asking problems for Karmis, who can't get hold of it again. Cern's got on the end of it. It's loose in the air, stabbed goalwards twice by Marr and off the line. And somehow Western City Wanderers survive. Grace Marr's effort seemed goal-bound, and Amy Harrison, it might have been, who was on the line to hook it away. The offside call. But the Wanderers' goal leading a charmed life. Karmis couldn't take it. Cern had a couple of swings, teed it up for Grace Marr and through the crowd of players. At the second attempt, it was Amy Harrison stretching the leg to preserve a 1-goal deficit. Could easily have been 2 within moments. But those corners are causing all sorts of consternation for Sham Karmis. Taranto finds Marr. Only scored 1 goal this season in 20 games, Grace Marr, but that was a real chance for 2. Harding taken off his toes. Prakash finds Ma away from Morris. Apostolakis in with a challenge. Good tackle success rate of 80.6% before kickoff today, Alexia Apostolakis. Well, all the chances are coming to our left. Hannah Keane's had 3. One's ended up in the back of the net. Grace Mars seeing one cleared off the line. Vlanic to send it forward. Keane has got space again. The runners to her right are Prakash and Savitsky. Keane decides to go alone. Blocked by Bruce. Papadopoulos. Keane causing havoc and lifting it in for Prakash. One back by Savitsky. Anywhere will do for Western Sydney Wanderers right now. They just need to ride this storm. Buchanan's played it forward. Morris can send it in towards Harding. Mars there. And there's your total shots. 7 for the United, none for the Wanderers. Pretty much tells the tale of what we're seeing. Green and black domination. Wanderers reverting to attacks on the break because that's all they've been given. Keane to chase again, might be in behind again. Well defended by Vicky Bruce. Wanderers yet to get a touch inside the Western United penalty area. Ma steps across. Apostolakis. Morris. And Prakash, it's a free kick and a chance perhaps for the Wanderers to take stock of themselves. If Kat Smith had a point to prove today to Western Sydney Wanderers, I think she's proving it. Her team are all over those in white and arguably should be more than one ahead. And would be if not for the brilliance of Karmis and a little bit of luck. Harrison with this free kick. Wanderers trying to find a foothold as we approach the half-hour mark. Harrison to lift it into the danger area. It's a good chance as well. It might come loose in the box. It's ricocheting around. It's bounced off of Harding and it could have gone anywhere. And it fell into the grateful hands of Alyssa Dalostay, who was led on the floor and was happy to see it roll into her clutches. Well, the free kick from Harrison caused all sorts of problems in the penalty area. Buchanan threw herself at it. It was sliced by Medwin. It came off of Harding's shin and ended up with Dalostay. And just a little reminder, football can be a fickle mistress. You dominate the play, you have 7 shots on target, and it just takes a moment. Melissa Taranto is okay. Hannah Keane, the 10th goal of the season. 1 shot goal today, 3 shots on target, as you can see. 75% shooting accuracy. The Wanderers, meanwhile, getting on with it with Apostolakis to lift it into the danger area. We've done well to send it away. Western United, it's the first time we've seen Western Sydney Wanderers have a little bit of concerted pressure. Ma finds Keane. 2 shirts for company, breaks for Cesari. Morris. Cesari's made a good run, has opened up a gap for Morris. Price. Apostolakis. Bit of a loose one. It's meant for Vicky Bruce, I believe. Madison McComiskey had to go back to collect. I'm sure Robbie Hooker will be asking his team just to calm down a little bit here and keep hold of the ball if they can. Price beaten by Taranto. Prakash to help it on its way. Keane was retreating from an offside position. Vicky Bruce made the most clearances of the Wanderers this season with 77 prior to kick-off this afternoon. Had a bit of work to do alongside Amy Harrison in that central defensive role in the first half an hour. Matos. Harrison. Postolakis. Good press this by Western United, try and turn it over, and they force the error. It's Hannah Keane. Well, that's a really good piece of defensive work by Vicky Bruce, and it needed to be. Otherwise, Hannah Keane might have been in on goal again. An effort of the Wanderers' own making as well. And Harrison went across goal, and that's unlike Amy Harrison. Blanic. Well on by Harding. Taranto came across. Harrison. A late challenge will be a free kick to the Wanderers. Alexia Postolakis was over the free kick. Will clip on the heels by Catherine Zimmerman. Amy Harrison will take the free kick. Well, the last one caused a few problems in the Western United defence. This one's from a lot further out. Harrison does have the ability to send it where she wants it, though. Drops it into a really good area again. Helped on into the middle and almost for Buchanan. And set-piece route. It's causing issues. Robbie Hooker there doesn't look too concerned at the moment, but I'm sure inside he's seething the way his team haven't been able to keep possession and have ceded opportunities to Western United on a semi-regular basis. Have started to create a couple of half chances of their own, though, which is promising for those who are here at Wanderers Football Park wearing the red and black. It's Harding, and it's opened up for Sophie Harding, but we're going to come back. The flag's up. She's blazed it wide in any case. She'll tell you she knew. Flag had gone up. Might have heard Kat Smith and the instructions from the sideline. And you can see Buchanan played it through and Harding just offside. Good offside trap from Western United. Must have been a moment where it was heart in mouth time, though. Don't want to see Sophie Harding bearing down on your goal. 86 shots this season, 35 on target, 10 have ended up in the back of the net. The race for the golden boots. And a Keane in amongst that, of course, as well. Mar steps in. Lovely ball too to find Blanic. Can she deliver towards Keane in the middle? Helped away. And calmly done by Price for Matos. Morris. That's better, and she's found Harding, who's got a runner ahead in Buchanan. Got goal side of Medwin in the first place. Medwin was too strong. Problems at the back here from Western United. They've turned it over, trying to play out. Will this present an opportunity for the Wanderers? Cern to clear. Nice turn and run from Zimmerman. Strong too. Keane makes the run. Had gone a little early and was offside and wanted it a bit earlier from Catherine Zimmerman. Did Hannah Keane. Might have been in on goal again. Meanwhile, Matos has put Morris in behind Mar here. Work for Taranto to do, only Harding in the middle. But good defensive work by Western United in the recovery from Cern. Blanic. Zimmerman does well. Again, Prakash sliding in. Bruce to bring it forwards. Matos. Best spell this for the Wanderers in terms of possession. in terms of maybe giving Western United something to think about as we approach 10 minutes to the break here. Hannah Keane's goal, the difference. Papadopoulos. Cern. Raking ball from Cern has found Vlanic, but the flag has gone up. Vlanic doesn't agree. Western United have won 4 times away from home in the Liberté League this season, drawing 1 and losing their other 4 matches. Looking to add win number 5 and how vital it might be. A reminder, victory here would put them top. Courtesy of 12 wins to Melbourne City's 11. Matos. Price. Morris. That's better again for the Wanderers. Matos, good run. 2 on the far post. One of them's Harding, one's Buchanan, but Papadopoulos got there first. Needed to. And might have found Medwin on the break here. There's your offsides. Sophie Harding, first offside of the day for Western City Wanderers. 3 times Western United have been caught in the Wanderers' trap. But they have broken it a couple of times. Zimmerman. Savitsky. Medwin. Taranto. Twist and turn. Price for company. Papadopoulos. Medwin again. Good looking ball to send it in, but is always too close to Karmis. Looked nice coming off the boots. The angle was deceptive. You can see it here. It's not been the best of balls from Medwin. It's disappointing having got into space. Harding is trying to do likewise for Matos. Too close to Grace Mart. Dalastay does well to find Vlanic, who took up a nice position to receive the pass. Vlanic again to help it on its way. Postolakis. Space for Cesari. Couldn't thread the eye of the needle through Taranto and Mart. Papadopoulos. Western United becoming rather sloppy in their passing in the last few moments. Just the pressure that Western City Wanderers have been able to put on them. Morris. Good run from right to left. Buchanan. Cesari. Price. Wanderers definitely settled. Might have found themselves 2 or 3 behind at this stage of the game, but now they're searching for an equaliser. Matos. Has it back again. Cesari. Much better from the Wanderers in terms of keeping possession. Looking for that killer ball. Matos has got in behind off the mistake from Taranto. 2 to pick out in the middle. It's Harding. It's Buchanan. It's surely offside. It's not. Ella Buchanan has equalised. And the Wanderers are on terms. And Western United can't believe it. Casey Rebalt's gone to have a chat. Ella Buchanan looked miles offside. But we'll check for the replay. Casey Rebalt will check with her assistant. And as we stand, the Wanderers are on terms. There's a card here for Papadopoulos for her complaints as well. But Ella Buchanan, who scored her first ever goal for the Wanderers against Canberra United at that end, has got another. And it may well have been on the near side that Alana Cern had played her onside. And Buchanan turns it home, and Western Sydney are all square. If you're of a Western United persuasion, I'm sure we can't convince you otherwise. But it did look like Alana Cern, who was tracking back, may well have played Buchanan onside. We'll see it from here. You watch Alana Cern on the right of your picture, just about. Very tight indeed. But it looks the right one. And Buchanan is on target again. And we're all square, and the race for the Premier's Plate takes yet another twist. And Western City Wanderers' best spell of the match culminates in a goal for Ella Buchanan. First effort on target in the contest. And they find themselves on terms. It's a massive goal in the race for the Premier's play. It's a massive goal in the race for the top 6 as well. Western City Wanderers just on top of the Jets. Six minutes from the interval. From the angle we were at, it did look offside, but then we saw the replay and you could see Cern had just about played her on. Great decision from the officials on this near side. And Western Sydney have equalised. There's confirmation of the yellow card for Stacey Papadopoulos, who had much to say about it, as did everyone in green and black. And I'm sure once they look back at the replay, they'll probably hold their hands up and go, okay, it was a fair call in the end. And suddenly, momentum is swinging, perhaps. Morris. As I was saying earlier, football could do this to you. Chances galore for the Western United side in the first 20 minutes or so. Hannah Keane denied in a one-on-one, denied by Sham Khamis' face. Grace Marsh shot cleared off the line by Amy Harrison. The first effort that the Wanderers have, it was a bit fortunate, perhaps. Sophie Harding was going for goal herself, but it fell to Buchanan, who tucked it away, and we're all square. Parity restored. Postolakis. Morris, who's been working really hard across that front line. Medwin. Ball down towards Zimmerman. Bruce with the good defensive work. Safety first for Vicky Bruce. As I said, it changes the as it stands table again. Western City Wanderers on 31 points, a point ahead of the Jets. 2 behind Melbourne Victory, currently in 5th. Wellington Phoenix in 8th, could get themselves into the mix with a win tomorrow. Even more so if they can get a win again next week against the Wanderers. That will be a huge game as well over in Wellington, should the Phoenix get up tomorrow. Taranto, plenty of time left in this one though for Western United, who want the points as well. Medwin up against McComiskey. Buchanan for company. Medwin goes round the both of them and then just overruns it. Nice effort from Amy Medwin. Happy to have a run at her defender. Only the 4th time she started this campaign, only her 6th game overall. Plenty to think about with Kat Smith and her coaching staff. I'm sure will be reasonably happy with the way they've played, just the fact that they haven't been able to build on the 1-0 lead. And it's cost them. But it's positive from Western City Wanderers after they went behind. If there's a little bit of fortune about Western United, the City Wanderers equaliser, there was equally a touch of fortune about Western United's opener. Ball falling to the right person in the right place at the right time on both occasions. Cern over this free kick. Minute plus stoppage time to the break. 8th foul of the half. Will it prove critical? Cern to swing it in to the danger area. Loads one into the box towards Keane. It came off McComiskey. And it will be a Western United corner as we approach the tail end of the first half. Good ball in again from Cern. Nice header from Keane as well. Might have troubled Khamis if not for McComiskey. Vlanic, not for the first time from that left side. We've seen her swing a couple over from that position, and both times Sham Khamis has been in a bit of trouble. One went in, one was cleared off the line. It'll be 3rd time the charm again. Vlanic. Another good-looking ball in, and Khamis wasn't anywhere near it once more. Unfortunately for Western City Wanderers, It drops over her head and away. Really difficult for the goalkeeper in that position. A whole crowd of bodies in front of her. 2 minutes of extra time, injury time at the end of the first half to be played. Mars sliced one forward. Prakash. Cern. Medwin's taken up a good position out wide. Up against McComasky again. Amy Medwin. McComasky just read the intentions. Western United seeking a lead to take to the changing rooms. Cern sends it forward. The bounce could go anywhere. Postolakis gets rid of it. Over the head of Savitsky. And Price and Buchanan left it for each other. Medwin. Papadopoulos. First time ball in. Zimmerman and Keane can't figure it out themselves, and it's away towards Morris. And Grace Marr needs to be careful here. And Morris has turned Marr superbly. And Harding couldn't help it on its way, unfortunately, for Western Sydney Wanderers. Very watchable first 45 minutes of football here at Wanderers Football Park. One apiece as we enter the shadows at the end of the first half. Harrison might have left that a bit short. Well, Kamis got there just about. Struggled today on a couple of crosses, Sham Kamis, but has made two very good saves indeed to keep her team in it. Blanic. Zimmerman couldn't get it under control. Matos away. Marr to return at the second attempt. Taranto into time added on at the end of time added on, and of which there will be next to nothing. And referee Casey Rebel brings a watchable first half to a close. Western Sydney Wanderers were on the back foot for most of it, or at least for the first half an hour or so. Hannah Keane gave Western United the lead and perhaps could have had another couple to her name. But it was an equalising goal from Ella Buchanan, who looked suspiciously offside, but replays have confirmed she probably wasn't, which means at the break here at Wanderers Football Park is Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Western United 1. Well, here's the first goal of the afternoon. Kamis couldn't get there. Zimmerman tried her luck, and as it bounced around, Marr got a touch, and there was Hannah Keane doing what Hannah Keane does from close range. Scrappy goal for the United, but they didn't really care. Little stab towards goal from Hannah Keane and puts her team in front. You can see how fortunate it was in some respects. There was plenty of Wanderers players around. 10th goal of the season for Hannah Keane. Cancelled out, but one at the time we thought was controversial equaliser, but turns out it wasn't. Matos' ball in, Harding sliced it. There was Buchanan, first glance. She does look 2 or 3 yards offside, but we can see from the replay, watch Alana Cern on the near of your picture as Buchanan scores. And she just about played her on. Great call from the officials. Harding, her blush is spared because it wasn't the greatest of hit from her point of view. Ellie Buchanan with the second of the season to restore terms. Casey Rebound went to check, as any good referee would, but it's the goal that brought a team level at half-time. You can see that Western United had the better of it. 8 shots to 2, 3 on target to 1. More passes as well. More corners too, and they've caused problems and better possession, but that doesn't matter as much. All that matters is that stat at the top of the screen. It's the stat at the moment that keeps the Wanderers in 6th. It keeps Western United on the coattails of those up top. They need a victory at half-time at Wanderers Football Park. It's Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Western United 1.
are you going to use for your white balance? Because that's going to throw it to 7,000 over there. Do you want to use the side of the building or something? were like it, you probably should do that. I'm going to do the chin. Okay. I've got the card for this. What's number 3? I don't see number 3 for humanity. Copy that question to which one?
Welcome back to Wanderers Football Park. We're at half-time. It's one apiece. Western Sydney Wanderers equalising Western United's goal through Ella Buchanan after Hannah Keane had given Western United the lead. As it stands, well, Melbourne City are top on 38 points. Western United have 36. Sydney FC have 36. And Central Coast have 34. There's your opening goal of the game. Hannah Keane turning home from close range after a bit of a goalmouth scramble. Grace Marr involved, putting the ball. And then the equaliser. Danica Matos squaring it across the face of goal. Harding's shot took a deflection, was sliced rather, and Ella Buchanan turned it in. Even Ella Buchanan thought she might have been offside in the first instance. Looked across, saw the flag, wasn't raised, and was able to celebrate with her teammates her second goal of the campaign. Here's a comparison of our midfield duos, Jacqueline Savitsky and Olivia Price. Two players who have been in the thick of it, as you can see. 18 passes apiece, passing accuracy, not much in it either. Olivia Price has won more duels and recovered the ball more than Savitsky, and that probably shows that Western United have had more of the play. Back and away then in the second half, the Wanderers attacking the goal to our left as you look at it. And they want a better start than they got in the first half. If you missed it, you missed Sham Karmis making two great saves from Hannah Keane. Second rather fortuitously with her face, but she had to put herself in the way. Grace Marr had an effort cleared off the line as well. Western United will feel they had the better chances, but that doesn't matter. What matters is it's 1-1. Here's Harding driving at the heart of the defence, and that ricochet could have gone anywhere off Papadopoulos. We get a first corner of the second half for the home side, 30 seconds in. Sophie Harding was on the periphery in the first half in terms of chances, but shows her strength and power and perseverance as well. Olivia Price has gone across to take it. You can see 7 Wanderers players in and around the penalty area waiting for the delivery from Price. Needs to be a good one in towards the middle. Harding climbs highest, and that's a cracking save. Tipped over the bar from Alyssa Dallas-Day. What a stop that was from the United goalkeeper. Sophie Harding must have thought she'd scored when it came off the forehead, and Dallas-Day claws it away to safety. Great delivery from Price. Harding too strong, too good, and that save out of the top drawer. Dallas-Day proving her worth. More to do on this side. Price has gone across to deliver the in-swinger into the 6-yard box. Well, Wanderers weren't able to get on the end of it. It was Hannah Keane doing the defensive work for Western United. Wanderers starting the second half on the front foot here, which will delight the home crowd, no doubt. Price. Taranto out there with her. Postolakis trying to force her way through a couple of challenges. Nicely done by Prakash. And sends one forward for Keane to chase, but Amy Harrison has all the time in the world. Finds Vicky Bruce. Cesare went to turn, didn't know Prakash was there. Harrison to send it forward. Nice win by Cern. Needed to be. Taranto can calm things down. Papadopoulos for Western United. Buchanan, the goal scorer, eased off it. And Zimmerman might be in behind here. Catherine Zimmerman bearing down on goal. Had she got the pace and the accuracy, can't get away from Harrison. Didn't have the toe to get away from Amy Harrison, who was closing the gap down, and then blocked the shot in any case. First glimpse of goal for Western United. Wonderful defensive work from the skipper. Immediately from defending a corner, they've got one themselves at the other end. Vlanic, whose corners caused all sorts of problems in the first half. You can see Zimmerman, that touch there took her just away from goal and allowed Harrison to get across. Vlanic to lift it into the box again, into the danger area again. Volley goalwards, it could have gone anywhere. Grace Marr, I think, who got the piece of it on the end. Amy Medwin had a bite too in the first instance, and it came out to Marr. And everyone calmly lets it roll past the post, but promising start to the second half for both teams. Chasing the points. Western United draw would put them, of course, if it finished 1-1 rather, it would put them into second. Might not be enough, though, for their aspirations of lifting the title. Medwin wants a corner, not going to get one. Meanwhile, Western Sydney Wanderers are in the 6 with a draw. Ahead of the final round next week. But potentially, as I mentioned in the first half, a Wellington Phoenix win tomorrow and a Wellington Phoenix win over the Wanderers next week could, depending on how the Jets go, put them in the top 6. Medwin for Western United, who desperately need the victory if they're to have aspirations of being top. Taranto. Marr lifting it into the area. Zimmerman was the target. It might come for Keane. Apostolakis got a toe in, and Price got rid of it. But you can tell both teams know that a point really, once it puts Western Sydney Wanderers in the 6, it doesn't confirm them, and they want the points. All three, of course, would be much appreciated by either side. Cern happy to go back to Dallas-Day, who's brilliant save has given Western United a chance to build. Both sides now can point at moments where the opposition goalkeeper has denied them. Keane, Prakash, Buchanan, Matos. The second attempt to find Morris. Ricochet kindly. Now Harding will be the willing runner, but won't get there. Worth looking at the benches. Western Sydney, Melissa Caceres, Kushla Rue, Talia Younis and Ella Abdul-Maseh are the outfield options. Western United have Carly Johnson, Emma Robers, Kiwa Hayeda and Julia Sardo to pick from. Wonder if one of those will write their name into club folklore before the end of the evening. Taranto spins through a gap that was hardly there. Morris from Buchanan. Almost found Buchanan. Savitsky picks it up for Western United and finds Grace Marr. Good touch from Keane. And rather sliced it past. He was looking for Medwin. It's going to fall nicely for Papadopoulos, though, who can continue the attack down this right flank. Can't find the pass she needs. And the Wanderers might be in here with Harding. Good goalkeeping from Dallas-Day again. One ball nearly did for Western United, and the goalkeeper on her toes needed to be. Meanwhile, Hannah Keane at the other end. Swings and roundabouts. Keane trying to keep it in play. Again, Harrison was with her. Once more, Alyssa Dallas-Day to the rescue. Matos finds Harding, runs for Buchanan. Harding, towing from Papadopoulos. Prakash, price tight. A little tug of the shirt. Papadopoulos. Plenty of time for Alana Cern. Wanting the run. Good touch that from Zimmerman. It's allowed Medwin to get in behind here. Amy Medwin, not much of the wear support. She goes for goal. And Saffron Keane was a stud's length away from turning it home at the far post. Tough chance for Hannah Keane. Medwin with the cross shot. Here was a previous opportunity. Harding got in behind. Dallas-Day quick off her line to snuff it out. And here's Medwin's effort. I think that was a shot across, well, it might have been a cross towards Keane. It was a fair bit of pace on it. Either way, neither chance troubling either goal. But very open. A good match here in the Liberty A-League. On Paramount Plus and 10 play. Taranto spins away from Cesari. Slide ball pass, not quite on. Price couldn't get a touch on it, so it's back with Taranto. McComiskey steps in. Neither side being able to string two passes together here, just keep giving it away to the opposition. Cern tries to change that and does exactly the same. And it's the Wanderers on the charge with Alexia Apostolakis. The ball in towards Price from Morris wasn't quite the required pace on it. Can Western United create something? And Karmis is calm. 10 minutes of the second half gone, one apiece still. This could go either way. Both teams have had good opportunities. Keane, Savitsky. Medwin out wide. Good looking ball in, Prakash climbs. Well, won by Bruce. Space here though for Medwin to deliver into the danger area, across the goal, and Apostolakis got a really important touch. Taranto trying to tee one up perhaps. Zimmerman, Taranto, the little 1-2, blocked again. And then a handball, I think that was, against Western United, who went close once more. Amy Harrison was taking a knock Would have been to that right foot. We'll see again as Medwin sent it in. Good clearance by Apostolakis. Taranto thought about the hit, but Price made sure she couldn't get it away. And then there was this challenge from Harrison to send it clear. Getting a bit of treatment, Amy Harrison. Bit of a scramble in the penalty area. Good start to the second half for both sides. Opportunities of both sides. The best from Harding's header. Wonderful save from Melissa Dallestay. Going to get a change for Western Sydney Wanderers here. Kush LaRue is going to come on, I believe. And Malaya Morris rather, is making way. Worked hard, Morris. And Rue will get the chance to do just as much work in what we've got then after the next 35 minutes plus. Kush LaRue, second time off the bench this season, has been a regular starter, started 18 matches of the 20 games this campaign. 1 goal to her name. The first chase, a bit too far for her. So the first twist of the pack from Robbie Hooker. Confirmation of the change for you. Morris was a tireless worker today for Western Sydney Wanderers. Before today, she managed to whip in 25 crosses. Added to that tally, no doubt. Cesari won the header. Papadopoulos has found Medwin. Nice touch to get her away, and then the pass to send Zimmerman in behind Bruce. Looking for Keane in the middle. It's going to find its way to Keane, but it's sent away from goal. Apostolakis needs to be careful. The delivery into the danger area. Zimmerman came for the cross, and there was Karmis, and well, pumped it down to herself, but did win it. Cern's touch looks a bit tired, and Kush LaRue takes over. Buchanan. Apostolakis. Makomowski. Space for Price. Runners ahead of her. Rue to cross. Good charge down. Ricocheting around there, and the Western United just can't get rid of it at the moment. It's been penned in by the Wanderers. Much appreciated by the home crowd as well. The work rate. We're going to see another change. Kylie Johnson is coming on for Catherine Zimmerman. Johnson, who scored 3 goals this season in her 10 appearances, 5 of which have come off the bench. This is the 6th time she's been summoned from the substitutes bench. They would love her to score a goal. Cesari's ball forwards. Harding's touch. The hit from Matos wasn't quite strong enough to trouble Dallestay. But a bit of much better second half from Western Sydney Wanderers. See it again from Matos's hit. Hit the target, but Dallestay not troubled. Keane. Vlanic with the corner kick for Western United. They need a moment if they are to keep hope their title aspirations. Vlanic has been on the spots with these corners all night. There's another good one into the penalty area as well. Wanderers deal with it And Harding can bustle her way through, and Buchanan, and there's a break on here. An opportunity for Western Sydney Wanderers. Cush LaRue. Harding is the target in the middle. It's going to find its way. It's Sophie Harding. It's 2-1 Wanderers. From front to back in the blink of an eye. And Sophie Harding has the home side in front. A crucial goal at the crucial time. And Harding has 11 for the season. And the home team lead 2-1. Great ball in from Rue. Once Harding got it under control, there was never any doubt. Took it under control and whips it home. And Western Sydney Wanderers have put a massive dent in Western United's title bid and are giving themselves huge hope of making the top 6. Work to be done for Cat Smith and her team. A goal that will be cheered to the rafters by those in sky blue. The local rivals. There'll be plenty of fans in Melbourne City who would have enjoyed that one as well. You just never felt that Harding was going to miss. Harding started the break with her presence in the middle of the park. And didn't they work it well? Rue, who's made a great impression since coming off the bench. Chases on for Johnson. Her first involvement. Carly Johnson goes for goal herself. Well, ambitious effort from the substitute, but why not? Caught it well, but it was always rising. Had McComiskey backpedaling, and well, there's a long way out. Carmes had it covered. Well, Western United need a response. They led 1-0. They wasted chances to increase that lead. Now they find themselves behind. Savitsky. Blandish's ball. Breaks for the Wanderers again. Buchanan. One for Matos to chase. And they're in behind again here. Danica Matos into the area. End-to-end stuff. Exciting watch. Another twist in the tail of the Liberty A-League season, of course. Just past the hour. And Sophie Harding comes up trumps. Free kick for Western United. Came into the game today in second place. A point behind Sydney. Might end it in third, 3 behind Melbourne City. And of course, if City win tomorrow, that will be the end of it for Western United, should it stay this way. That's how important it is, this next 25 minutes for Western United. Up towards Keane, who took it down nicely. Taranto. Medwin. Good-looking ball from Medwin in towards the far post. Vlanjic was there. Eluded Keane by a whisker. That was a bit short. And Rue's won it, and Harding can break. Steps inside Mara and can drive forward here. And there's 4 up in this attack for the Wanderers. Matos is one of them, and she's driven it wide. A glorious chance for Western Sydney to go 3-1 up. What an opportunity. A really good break, and Danica Matos hasn't scored this season. Might not get a better chance. But while Western United have got to keep coming and looking for an equaliser, Western Sydney have shown they're more than capable of hitting them on the break. Cesari's brought down. And a yellow card, I think, coming out here. Looks like it's for Melissa Taranto. Cesari hauled down. Well, hasn't this game changed in its complexion? For the first 30 minutes or so, you would have sworn that Western United were going to walk this one. They could have been 3 up. Western City Wanderers rode their luck and then hit back, and in the second half, well, they're the one that's creating the chances. They've got themselves in front and could have extended it, and they're looking likely. Harrison with this free kick, fully recovered from that knock on the right foot earlier. Price with it. 3 in the wall for Dallas Day. Is it too far for Amy Harrison to have a proper goal? You'd think so. Delivers it in towards the far post. A header, goal one, they've scored again! It's Vicky Bruce, but the flag is up. It won't count. Offside against Vicky Bruce. Harrison's ball in. Let's have a look at this. How close was it? Just went too early, Vicky Bruce. On such fine margins. Great finish. Towering header from the centre-back. The Western City Wanderers, well, they're the ones on the front foot. Here they come again. Harding. Great run being made in front by Rue, but Harding couldn't find her. Cern. Well, it's been a great game, particularly this second half. End-to-end stuff. Buchanan. Looking for Matos. Picked off by Ma. Vlanic. Johnson. Ma. Vlanic. Prakash. Johnson to have a run at the defence if she can and win a corner for her team as Western United seek an equaliser. Going to get a change shortly. Well, there's the offside. There wasn't much in it, but you can see just Bruce had strayed offside. Harrison's ball in. Great header, as I said, from Bruce. Not a prayer for Dallas Day, but offside the call. Avali Prakash has made way. It's Kiwa Haida who is on for her. Haida's plonked herself into the penalty area to make a menace of herself by that near post. Vlanic to deliver again. In towards the middle. Johnson won the header. It bounced in the 6-yard box, and Karmis was the calmest person in Wanderers Football Park. Confirmation of Prakash, who worked hard again. It's been replaced by Hayeda. One for Keane to chase. She got there as well, and that challenge from Foster Larkis needed to be pinpoint. And in the referee's eyes, it was. Keane stayed down. Western United are adamant. They were screaming, and I think Hannah Keane is in a bit of trouble here. Vicky Bruce. I think it might be a knee. And there's real concern for Hannah Keane. There's the challenge. Was there? Well. That looked nasty for Hannah Keane. This might be a long delay. Hannah Keane is in a lot of trouble here, and we can only hope. Thoughts are with her because it didn't look pretty. The challenge from Apostolakis was deemed fair by KC Rebuilt. You could see a lump of turf come up from where Keane was as well, and maybe that was what's caused the issue. We'll show you the goals while we wait to see what's happened here. There's the first of them. Hannah Keane herself got it. Grace Mars' little touch, and there was Keane to turn it in. And once again, it was a pinpoint cross from Tyler James Vlanjic that's caused problems all afternoon or evening. And there was Mars' touch, and, well, Keane only play out the goal she could really put it in when you look at it from that angle. Not sure how much of it she got hold of, but it didn't matter because it was enough. Just rolled it into the corner, and it had Western United in front after 17 minutes. Had a couple of other chances, Keane as well, and came to rue them as the Wanderers equalised. Matos' ball in. Harding miskicked it. Buchanan looked miles offside when she did. But we've since seen it on the replay, you can't see it there. Wanderers are going to make a change while we're watching these replays of Ella Buchanan's goal. Melissa Caceres has come on for Amy Cesari. And you can see him making her way onto the field. 11th substitute appearance of the season for Melissa Caceres. Amy Cesari, part of that midfield battle. Difficult time for all these players at the moment to try and keep focused. And thoughts with their fellow professional. In Hannah Keane. Scored her 10th goal of the season today. Been surrounded by her Wanderers teammates, which United teammates rather, which is never a good sign. They're all there for her though. 10 goals and 4 assists for Hannah Keane this season. Once again, been absolutely exceptional for Western United. And to see a season end in this way is heartbreaking for her teammates and everybody who've got the Liberty A-League at heart. We'll take a look at the challenge again, and Keane, oh, the knee buckled. You could see it in the agony on her face straight away. Studs looked stuck in the turf, and you could see the knee buckle on her, and she didn't move, and it was an awful thing to witness. And thoughts with, as I say, Hannah Keane, as she will depart on the stretcher. Came into the competition, of course, off the back of Western United coming into the competition last year. Golden Boot winner. Another double-figure season for Hannah Keane. She's been absolutely exceptional for this Western United team, and I know there's plenty of other sides that would have cast covetous glances at Western United for being able to get someone of her quality into the lineup. Showed her quality today by scoring. I could have had a couple more in the first half as well, but for Sham Khamis might have been celebrating a hat-trick. As it is, her team finds herself 2-1 down. Melbourne City top the table, 38 points from 21 games. Sydney FC currently second, 36 points from 19 games. They play Adelaide tomorrow and Canberra on Wednesday, of course. Might be able to wrap up the league title come Wednesday evening. Western United currently third, 35 points from 21 games. Central Coast Mariners a point further behind from 21 games. Western Sydney themselves now 33 points in 5th place. Level on points with Melbourne Victory, but having, as it stays this way, one more win. Newcastle Jets just outside on 30, and Wellington Phoenix back on 25, ahead of their match with Canberra tomorrow. So all to play for. Around 2 big games tomorrow. Sydney FC v Adelaide and Canberra United versus Wellington Phoenix. Here's the disallowed goal. Harrison's ball in. What a header from Bruce. Just bulleted it into the corner. Vicky Bruce, 3 goals this season. Would have been 4, but for the offside flag. Celebrations cut short for Vicky Bruce. Those games I mentioned tomorrow, Sydney and Adelaide and Canberra versus Wellington. Paramount Plus, 10 play is where to catch them, of course. Is where to catch all your Liberty A-League action ahead of what will be potentially a huge match in midweek for Sydney FC. They might be able to wrap up the Premier's play. If they can't, with wins tomorrow and against Canberra next Saturday, or next weekend rather, it's going to be massive. Emma Robers is going to be asked to come on and replace Hannah Keane. Quite rightly, the medical staff and everybody taking as long as they need to sort this one out. One of the oxygen pens as well. Yeah, and the painkillers will help with what pain there is, and I'm sure it looked very nasty indeed. Wanderers fans have been out in numbers again tonight. Great to see them here at Wanderers Football Park. Packed in on that far side. A lovely facility here in Western Sydney. Having not Sophie Harding, who scored today, was back on the score sheet in the 1-0 win over Perth last week.
Yes.
Western Sydney Wanderers have won 2 of their 3 A-League games against Western United. A 2-0 win against them in their most recent meeting, though. They've logged only 1 first-half goal against Western in the competition before today, before that goal. Western United, of course, lost the last 2 3-1, and they were almost 3-1 down here, but for Vicky Bruce's disallowed goal. Going to see some opportunities. This is the goal. Well, this is Harding's run. This is the chance for Matos, who's put in, and well, Danica Matos will feel she should have hit the target with that one. You can see by the look on her face, distraught that she's not made Alyssa Dallostay make a save. Did earlier in the game. Sophie Harding's header right at the start of the second half, clawed out by the goalkeeper. Wonderful stop from Dallostay. Sham Khamis bouncing up and down in the middle of your picture. She made 2 stops in the first half. A one-on-one with Keane, which she blocked with her legs. And then one from Keane from 6 yards, which she blocked with her face. And of course, Grace Marr had the chance. Cleared off the line by Amy Harrison. Brilliant stuff from Sham Khamis to make that save in the first half and keep her team very much in the contest. Of course, it's worth remembering that Global Football Week in Melbourne will be headlined by the first ever A-League All-Stars women's side, who will take on 3-time Women's Super League champions Arsenal at Marvel Stadium on Friday, 24th of May 2024. On a historic night, of course, the A-League All-Stars men will also face Premier League action in Newcastle United to kick off an A-League All-Stars double-header. Fan voting for both All-Stars teams is set to open on Tuesday, the 26th of March, and will run for 3 weeks. Check it out, www.aleagues.com.au, to have your say in who should be picked for the All-Stars. I'm sure we've all got an opinion on who should be in both those squads. Tickets for all matches will go on sale next week, with pre-sale for the A-League club members on Wednesday, 27th of March at 2 o'clock. General sale Thursday, 28th of March 2024 at midday via Ticketek, the All-Stars double-header down in Melbourne. Get yourself to it. If you're in the nation's capital on Tuesday, the Socceroos play Lebanon on Tuesday night at GIO Stadium. Tickets available for that one as well, following their 2-0 win in the FIFA World Cup qualifier. That's the Tuesday night game, and if you stay in the capital, you can book yourself a hotel, and on Wednesday afternoon, 4 o'clock kickoff at McKellar Park, you can come and see Grace Marr's old club. You can see her on your screen there. Canberra United versus Sydney FC, as I mentioned, could be Sydney FC's title should they win tomorrow. A win against Canberra United. Their old foes might bring the Premier's plate back to Sydney. Canberra United not had the greatest of seasons, but I tell you what, they will not want their greatest rivals to be winning a trophy on their patch. Make sure you code to that or tune in, Paramount Plus and 10 Play. Hannah Keane stretch it off with the best wishes of everybody in this football ground and everybody watching at home as well. And we hope she comes back fitter, better and stronger than before. Great ovation by the Western Sydney Wanderers Football Club supporters. Very passionate about their home side, but also recognise quality when they see it. Well, we're going to have a fairly lengthy amount of stoppage time added on at the end of this one. And quite rightly so, as they took their time to assess Hannah Keane before stretching her off. And it'll be the Wanderers to get us back underway with a throw. Be interesting now to see how Western United pick themselves up, losing their star striker Johnson, looking to fill the void Haida tried to dance her way through. Here is Haida. Back for Vlanjic to send it into the middle. Medwin wasn't far away from getting on the end of it. And Makomski will happily shepherd it out of play. Confirmation that Emma Robers is on for Hannah Keane. Makomski under pressure. Medwin looking to send it in towards Johnson, who got the head on it. Might come for Vlanjic, who got there ahead of the keeper. Couldn't quite turn it home. Half chance for Western United. Ball in from Medwin again, who's tormenting Madison Makomski down this near side. It's been a good duel, that one. Vlanjic's first touch was good, but couldn't quite get the second needed to push it goalwards. And the clock in the top of your screen is almost meaningless now because we're going to have a fair old amount of time added on. But officially, there's 9 minutes of it to play, and Harding's got in behind here. It's a real chance for Sophie Harding to seal it, and she may have done so. A dagger blow to the heart of Western United. And Sophie Harding has 2, and Western Sydney Wanderers may well be on their way to finals football. Harding at the double, Western Sydney Wanderers 3, Western United 1. A wonderful pass from Rue, the substitute who's made the difference. And Harding, in a similar position to Matos earlier, finds the bottom corner. Never looked like missing Sophie Harding. She rarely does. Prolific, the Wanderers number 9. What can Western United do? The goals that are going in here have massive implications, obviously, throughout the division. As I mentioned about Sydney FC, potentially pushing towards finals. Big result, this, perhaps, in Melbourne victory, not in their favour either. Their final game of the season is against Sydney FC. Newcastle Jets play at Adelaide. Jets will expect to win that one. Victory Sydney, well, will all depend, perhaps. City might be playing for the league title, should they not get it done before then. Western still have time, though, to get themselves back into it. United, that is. Karmis drops it in the area and then clutches it at the second attempt amongst a plethora of bodies who are down. Vicky Bruce is one of them. Danica Matos is another. Sham Karmis is hurt as well. A whole pile of Wanderers' bodies under that challenge. They're all up and about now, though. Could be looking at a weekend next week where every game might have something on it. In this race for the top six, it is that close. Taranto back to Mar. And that is, of course, because we've got a full home and away season. The opportunities are there for teams more than before. It's been a brilliant watch all year, and we're going down to the wire. Medwin inside one, but not the second. Price got a touch away. Harding, who's on a hat-trick now, of course, and has ridden that challenge. Mar back on a row, needs to be calm, and is, as normal. Papadopoulos. And Sophie Harding, proven her worth again tonight. Presented with 2 openings and scored twice. Might have had a hat-trick herself. Dallas Day denying her with that brilliant save from the header at the start of the second half. Still might get a treble under her belt. Plenty of time to go. 5 minutes of regulation time left, plus whatever will be added on for the unfortunate injury to Keane. As soon as we know how long that is, we'll let you know. Robis, Vlanjic, Johnson. Do not write off Western United just yet, though. They've shown in their very brief existence that they've got a lot of fighting quality. And they're going to be able to load the box here with this free kick for the foul on Vlanic. Harding penalised. Not much doubt about that one. Well, can they set up a nervy conclusion? Vlanic, who's been on set-piece duties all night, to send it into the penalty area to that near post. Marvel's the target. Wanderers back in numbers. Papadopoulos just reloads it up towards the top of the penalty area. And Carly Johnson was there. Nice turn. Vlanic, Johnson was in behind. Thrashed away by Harrison. Robers seeking to turn. Lost out. Caceres. That deflection might well play into the hands of the Wanderers. Chase for Matos. Papadopoulos across, does well. Western Sydney Wanderers, this would be their third win against Western United. With one draw as well. Western United have only ever won one game. The Wanderers in this short rivalry have had the wood on them. McComiskey. Postolakis. Harrison. That's a bit short. And Medwin plays Haida through, probably offside. Play on regardless. Buchanan. Got the first Wanderers goal tonight. McComiskey was looking for Buchanan, but she'd come short and wasn't where she wanted to be. Robbie Hooker passing on the words of wisdom. You can hear what he's saying. Oh, it's great to hear from the coaches. Give a tactical insight into what's happening. 2 minutes to play of the 90. McComiskey, Wanderers 2 to the good. Touch from Robers. Need to get on the front foot and quickly. Vlanic. Johnson. To lift it towards the far post. Good ball in as well. Opportunity for Haida, who wanted to take a touch rather than head it. Commits the foul in the end, but that was presentable for Kiwa Haida. No doubt about that free kick. Karmis to send it forward. Medwin. McComiskey's lost it. Chance for Haida to run at the defence. Medwin in support. 3-1 United shirts in the penalty area for Medwin. McComiskey sticks to the task and does well in the end, but Medwin comes back for more and gets the team a free kick. But unfortunate for Madison McComiskey. Lost the ball under her feet. Well, time is of the essence for Western United. Got themselves a free kick in a presentable position. Stacey Papadopoulos to take. Well, she's left it in the end for Alana Cern. Who will drift it into the penalty area. We're going to get 13 minutes of time added on. That's 13 minutes. That's a lifetime. As Cern lifts it into the penalty area, well taken by Karmis. Well, it's a third of a half, isn't it, still to play. A huge amount of time added on for the injury to Keane and incidentals as well. And where there's time, there's hope for Western United. They do not want to fall to a trio of 3-1 defeats at this stage of the season. In reality, they need 3 in this time added on. First of all, they need to get 1 back. Taranto with this free kick. Sends it into the danger area. It's helped on its way, but it's harmless for Kamis. Very solid second half from Sham Kamis. Good win by Mar. Robers. Aida's got a foot in it. Vlanic. Johnson. Up against Apostolakis, who comes in with another timely tackle. Pressure still on, though, for Western United. Vlanic took a deflection. It will be a corner. All hands to the pump for those in green and black. Vlanic to take again. Plenty of bodies to aim for. Deliveries in towards Johnson, who won the header, but it came off the back of her head. Taranto, oh, superbly done to find gap where none existed. But the Wanderers' defence is equally as solid. We've still got about 10 minutes to play. And Cern sends the throw into the area. Clip towards Harding, up against Papadopoulos, who won it. Bounce was awkward for Price. And he finds Cern on their clearance, helped on by Robers. Touched by Johnson, strikes for goal as well, and it hits the post. Kamis was beaten, the woodwork to the rescue for Western City Wanderers. And now they might be in at the other end, but the ball was out of play. It was 2-on-1. Harding and Roux were away. Here's a hit from Johnson, crisply struck. And you've seen them come back and hit the keeper and go in, haven't you? Not this time. How's your luck? Good for Western City Wanderers, bad for Western United. Could have gone anywhere when it came back off the post. Great hit, though, from Johnson. And a reminder to the Wanderers that this one maybe isn't done just yet.
Maddie, you gotta keep moving, yeah? Sorry.
Let's have a look at it again. Such a good hit on the half volley there, and it's smashed off the post. It's sat up beautifully. Mar, under pressure from Harding and Roux, got away with it. Taranto launches one forwards. Buchanan. Back for Bruce. West United have more of the possession again, but it doesn't really matter when you're losing 3-1. That's what you do with it. Medwin brought down by Price, who will be very lucky to escape a sanction here, and she's not going to. Yellow card for Olivia Price. Conceded 10 fouls before today. 113 herself as well. All action midfielder. Yet another set piece to defend for the home side. Taranto to take. 17 shots there you can see Western United have had. Haida only been able to turn one into a goal. Five minutes of stoppage time played. Still an eternity to go. Talia Yunus is coming on, as is Elia Abdul-Maseh. Olivia Price is one to make way. And Madison McComiskey the other. some fresh legs for what remains of stoppage time. About 7 and a bit minutes. We'll get a minute or so added on, you'd think, as well, for the substitutions within this added on period. Medwin. Clipped in by Papadopoulos. Rovers got the touch. Eunice helped it forward. It's going to come straight back, though. Buchanan couldn't get it under control. Savitsky can spin it wide. Medwin can take a shot on if she wants, and it's going to dip from Medwin, not too far away. Amy Medwin with that left foot had Sham Khamis in trouble. But from Western United's point of view, it dropped agonisingly over the crossbar. Nice work from Medwin, positive and bright. Grazes the top of the crossbar on its way over. Had it been lower, maybe Khamis would have got a hand on it. Only halfway through the stoppage time period. Taranto. Challenge from Caceres. Free kick goes the way of Western United. Grace Meyer goes to fetch it. She's in hurry-up mode. Her team are in hurry-up mode. It's going to come through here. An opportunity for Haida. Just ran away. Couldn't get a touch on it. To tee herself up. Of course, this won't be critical for Western United in terms of finals. They're going to make it anyway. What it will do is mean that their chances of winning the league title will probably go out of the water. I say probably because, well, it's been a strange old season. Anything could happen. Western City Wanderers in no hurry. Caceres fouled by Haida. Launched in towards the penalty area, towards Harding. It's going to come for Buchanan. You can hear Robbie Hooker screaming that his team haven't won a header in 90 minutes. A bit harsh on Sevi Harding, who won one off a corner, but you get his point. And Vicky Bruce won a header too. You know what he's talking about, though, at home, so his team have played a lot of long balls forward and haven't been able to get on the end of them, and Western United have been able to send them back. As it is, it doesn't matter because his team leads 3-1. Bruce. Eunice, nice touch to open it up. Bit of keep ball. Bruce again. Managing the added time very well. Abdul Masseh. Buchanan was on the stretch. The equalising goal seems a long time ago now. The charge downwards from Johnson. But it will be Western City Wanderers' ball. Kat Smith, not the homecoming to this venue that she would have wanted. How will they cope without Hannah Keane in finals football? We don't want to write her off too soon in case she does make a miracle recovery, but judging by what we saw, it looks very unlikely. Buchanan, Abdul Masseh to send it forward. Harding will get after this. Doesn't get any easier for them. Thursday action against Central Coast Mariners. Matos tries to play it forward, a little bit tired, I think. Well, unless it's worse. She's down clutching, maybe it's cramp, out of our picture at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that. Vlanic to send it towards the far post. It's going to make its way to Medwin. It's past the challenge. Amy Medwin. Challenge comes in by Buchanan. Good, solid challenge. And a fair one too. Meanwhile, Matos at the other end is still down, which to me suggests it may be a lot worse than what it first seemed. 10 minutes into the 30 minutes added on. This is the penalty shout, or the half-hearted shout. It's a good tackle from Buchanan. But Matos was completely on her own and went down, clutching something. Looks to be in a bit of pain, but not too much. So hopefully it's okay for Danica Matos. It's going to add more time on to the time added on, so we'll have absolutely no idea when this game's going to end. Casey Reba having a look at the watch. There's a chance to have a look at the Matos. She's taken the shot and just collapsed. Bit of pickle juice, maybe it is a bit of a cramp injury for her, looks like it. Well, I hope the fans here haven't parked their car in short-term parking, because they're going to be here for a fair old while. Matos is going to be okay. Western Sydney Wanderers had 9 wins to their name and a 0 goal difference before today. It's going to put them in the positive with the 10th win of the season as well, which is the same amount as Central Coast Mariners and the same amount as Sydney FC, albeit the Sky Blues have a couple of games in hand. Karmis will launch it as far away from her goal as she can. Harding helps it on. Eunice almost found the return ball. Savitsky can bring it forward. Medwin blocked by Eunice. Papadopoulos. Haida. Medwin, oh, lovely little nutmeg on Abdul Maseh. The delivery is charged down. She's had a good game. Amy Medwin on this flank. But it might be in vain as Western United seek an unlikely injury time double. Papadopoulos. Caceres got a touch on it. Roux can invite Matos forward. Harding's with her. Eunice has made a really good run this near side, but Matos couldn't get enough strength in the pass to get it past Grace Marr. Vlanic. We're into stoppage time at the end of stoppage time. Casey Reba has another glance at the watch. Vlanic can send it forwards. Haida under pressure from Caceres. Johnson. Vlanic again. Cern asks Papadopoulos to charge forward for maybe one last time. Buchanan for company. Good challenge from Buchanan as well. Held her up. That was enough. Taranto. Medwin. Good run by Robers from midfield. Delivery's not bad either. Bruce got a touch on it. Medwin can dance into the area. Vicky Bruce is there again. Finds Roux. Western United have it back. Robers. Ball seen out of play. We've had almost a quarter of an hour of added time for this one. Robers scooped away. Marr. Can Western United grab what would now be, you feel, a consolation and nothing more? Taranto. Cern. Papadopoulos. Everyone in a Western Sydney Wanderers shirt behind the ball. Abdul Maseh gets a touch in. And they've seen out this extra 15 minutes at the end of the game with relative comfort as Marr sends it forward one last time. Abdul Maseh wins a header. Breaks for Haida. He's got a touch on it, but Caceres won it back. And it's thrashed away, and Casey Rebelt brings it to a close. And Western Sydney Wanderers, well, they're still alive in terms of their finals hopes. Sophie Harding's bagged a brace, and that's the difference at the end of the day. Western Sydney Wanderers turn it around. They were 1-0 down, but they've run out victors here at Wanderers Park. It's finished. Western Sydney Wanderers 3, Western United 1. Well, the first goal was early on, 17 minutes in. That cross from Vlanjic. Karmis couldn't get there, and when Zimmerman had a pop, and so did Mai, it broke for Hannah Keane, and she was Johnny on the spot to stab it home from close range. We later lost Hannah Keane to what looked like a bad injury. She was stretchered off. Before that, of course, Western Sydney Wanderers had equalised. Matos, Harding's missed kick, and then Buchanan from close range. Looked offside, wasn't. Replay showed that Cerner played her on. Harding's, or well, perhaps it'll go down as an assist. Got one of her own in the second half. Won it in midfield. Buchanan found substitute Kush LaRue. Her pass into the penalty area was perfect. Harding's touch was excellent, and then the finish, well, that was never in doubt, was it? Once Kush LaRue had found Sophie Harding in front of goal, Sophie Harding was never going to miss. And she showed just what an ace finisher she is. Sophie Harding adding her second to move to a dozen for the season with 8 minutes to play and seal the match. Rue again played her in, and Harding got goal side and drilled it across Daloste, who had also made a brilliant save from Harding at the start of the second half. Kush LaRue, 2 assists to her name. Sophie Harding with a brace to hers. And a wonderful evening for Western Sydney Wanderers. Here's statistics. Western United boss possession, have more shots on in total and more shots on target. They also have more passes. Wanderers had to do an awful amount of tackling. Set pieces were Western United's opportunity. 8 corners to 3, as you can see there. But what matters most is the stat at the top. Western Sydney Wanderers, with their goals from Ella Buchanan and a brace from Sophie Harding, have come out on top. It's been a fantastic evening's entertainment here at Wanderers Football Park. I've been Russ Gibbs. I hope you've enjoyed it. The final score, Western Sydney Wanderers 3, Western United 1.